And tonight, Eric Waxler with new in-depth reporting on what these changes really mean for you.
A domestic violence attack left Deanna Cottrell with a shattered leg. That meant 2 weeks in the hospital, 7 surgeries, and more than $300,000 in medical bills.
The more and more came, I was just, at that point, my shoulders dropped every time I got another one. An ambulance ride was, I think, almost $7,000. I was in the ambulance for maybe 15 minutes.
As Deanna tried to rebuild her life, the medical debt made it almost impossible.
It destroyed my credit. It made everything really bad. I couldn't open up a bank account.
But those with medical debts are finding some relief. That's because Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are all removing most medical debts from the credit reports they provide. Research shows Americans have $88 billion in medical debts on credit records. Ted Rossman, an analyst with Bankrate.com, says medical debt should not be looked at the same as things like a mortgage, car loan, or credit card debts.
It's often a one-time, possibly even life or death crisis kind of thing. It's different. It's also very convoluted with respect to insurance.
The changes don't mean you don't have to pay those medical bills, but they have to go to collections for more than a year and be more than $500 before affecting your credit report. Rossman says there's more incentive than ever to pay off the debt.
At this point, if you pay it off, you're done with the debt and you're done with the ding on your credit score. And that's huge because historically, that would stay on there for another 7 years.
Bankrate.com says when working to pay off medical debt, you should start by negotiating a payment plan with the doctor or hospital. Next, look at a personal loan with a low interest rate. They say only use a credit card as a last resort.
You don't want to hide from this. I mean, you still need to pay it back. When you put it on a credit card, though, you're subject to a much higher interest rate. You lose these medical debt provisions we're talking about because now it's credit card debt. It's not medical debt anymore.
Deanna found debt relief thanks to a nonprofit charity called RIP Medical Debt. They use donations to wipe out medical debts. They say more people in the U.S. are in medical debt than the entire population of Canada.
It's important that people who have medical debt try not to feel ashamed of it because it is not their fault. The system is very much broken and the people are set up for failure.
Meanwhile, Deanna is now continuing to heal physically, mentally, and without the mountain of medical debt, she's healing financially too.
I felt like I won the lottery. It was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders and off my chest. It felt great. It felt amazing.
Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
And according to Forbes, 50% of Americans now carry some type of medical debt. That number is up from 46% from just in 2020. More than half of Americans with medical debt owe at least $1,000. That's driven mostly by tests, hospitalizations, and ER visits. If you look at this map here from the Journal of American Medical Association, the majority of the nation's debt is in the South right now. The red there indicating debt anywhere from $900 to over $3,000. The average for Florida, by the way, is a little over $900.